it do? It's your boy Derek on the mic, and I'm back to give you guys lots and lots of useful information over the sports weekend that we just had. It was electric. I loved every minute of it. Fantasy was exceptional for me. I'm not gonna lie. I won in 6 out of my 8 leagues. I lost just barely in 2 leagues. It happens. Whatever. No big deal. I do feel bad for some people that I helped out. They didn't have very much good luck in this very first week, but it's overreaction. Tuesday, I guess you could say. It happens every single week. Or I should say every single week one. Something always dramatically happens, and we just hype up some bullshit-ass team who thinks that they're fucking good because they got a really good win in the very beginning of the league, and they're really just fucking trash, and they end up having to be the very first pick of the draft. I don't know. And then there's also those teams that just do horrible for some reason, like absolutely atrocious, and then all of a sudden they just turn around mid-season and they go on a fucking tear, and they end up making some damage in the playoffs. We're gonna find out who are the actual pretenders and who are the contenders. Okay, I'm just letting you know. You find it out by week 4. Okay, week 4, you kind of have an idea of where some teams are going, if they're going downhill, or if they're going uphill. Okay, but without further ado, I want to bring on my broski. He goes by Brother Dan during the morning, I believe. No, yeah. Mm-hmm. He goes by Disco Danny during the day, and then at night he goes by Danaconda. What it do, Brother Dan? How you doing?
I'm doing well, my friend. I want to apologize to all the viewers. Obviously look unprofessional now, laying on my stomach and shit, but hey, I ate something bad and it hurts like a motherfucker, so I'm comfortable for me, and I can continue the show this way, so...
Hey, man, you don't have to apologize, man. Shit happens to people, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain yourself, man. If people have something to say.
31. When you get sick, you get old, and it doesn't work like it used to.
I do. But before we get started with the show today, I do want to let you guys know to go down below. Subscribe. Yeah. We only need 94 more subscribers to hit 200. So help us out, man. And then also be sure to hit that like button. You guys have been trigger happy with that lately. Deeply appreciate that. So, Danny, it's been such a crazy weekend. I know that you missed out on some of it because you were at work, stuck. It happens, man.
Yeah, it does. It was but I made money, so that's not unfortunate. But I am ready to get this weekend of football under wraps, get the next week after that, and just kill it.
Yeah, let's do this, bro. I was very fortunate enough this week to be able to watch the Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football games, and all the other games in between that I wanted to watch. They had my fantasy football team on. Both our teams did good. Our Dougherty Show League did good, and then our other team did good. I think our Dougherty Show League one is called OnlyFans, and then our other one is called Waddle Vision that we do. But OnlyFans, it's a fucking squad, and we're tearing shit up, bro. Like Danny asked me, is there anything that we need to do this week for our team? I said, absolutely not. We just fucking leave that motherfucker alone. Just let it go for the next week.
Even with injuries in our other one that we wanted, that's just as equally as dominant. Our bench is so phenomenal. Like, we don't really have to add anything besides a kicker.
I know. It just...
Folks, but whatever.
Everything just panned out our way. It just happened to fall into our laps. And we're just like, well, thank you. Yeah. Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. She was wild, man.
People dropping defenses in the 5th, 6th round.
I don't know why people do that. We got a fucking defense, and we're just killing. Who do we have as our defense?
It doesn't matter. It's good.
I know exactly, right? Oh, man. Like, I don't know. It just drives me around. Who is hitting us up? This one said, so glad I can finally catch a show. I don't know who Yoshi is, but you sound like a baller, bro.
Matt.
You said that's your friend?
Yeah, my buddy Matt.
Oh, what's up, Mac? Mac or Matt?
Matt.
Yeah, I got it right the first time, Matt. All right, bet.
Yeah, good gentleman, good guy. One of a kind.
Shout out you. So we've had some crazy things happen. I'm gonna move this part down though, because that's gonna be talked about later, right around there. All righty. There was no deal for Lamar Jackson on Friday. He said that they had until Friday to give him a deal, and I think they did bring him a deal, and he was like, "Nah, fuck that." And I guess it wasn't that much more than what he's making now. It was like, I don't know, 100 million more or less, or some. It was something ridiculous. I think he was only making like 30 million more dollars. And he's like, "Nah, you're not gonna fuck me, bro. You're gonna fucking pay." I saw Deshaun Watson's contract. He got everything guaranteed. I know I'm better than that motherfucker. And that dude was out there asking girls to fucking jerk him off and shit. I ain't doing none of that shit. No, I'm asking our team to take us to a championship. So fucking pay me. That's what I think he should say, honestly. His mom's probably saying it, honestly.
Did Deshaun Watson get guaranteed $264 million?
Do you think he would get that?
No, I mean, that was Deshaun Watson, roughly around 264, right?
Let me see. I got you. I'll look it up right quick. Deshaun Watson deal.
It was roughly in that ballpark, I think.
He got $230 million guaranteed.
Okay, I wasn't even close. I was $30 million off.
So, I mean, if anything, I think Lamar Jackson himself deserves that money, 230. But, I mean, if he's going to be anywhere close, like, shoot, at least make it, I don't know, 215 million, all guaranteed or something like that. Or if you're going to do, maybe match it 230, but make it 200 million guaranteed. I don't know, something.
I don't know. I think Lamar deserves more than that contract because he's better than Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, and he's played the last several years. He has to prove it. Like, I'm actually very curious of what's going to happen week 11 when Deshaun Watson comes to town, man.
And he's also not a sexual predator, from my knowledge.
Who? Deshaun Watson?
Lamar Jackson.
Oh, Lamar Jackson. Yeah. Definitely not.
He doesn't go to.
Hopefully. I mean, you never know nowadays. Everyone just fucking comes out with a new goddamn story like, motherfucker, I thought he was a good guy. Fuck!
It's just like then all the women come out, all 20 million of them, like, he touched me inappropriately. And I'm like, yeah, he did. Now we know who Deshaun Watson really is. Fuck that.
There was a lot of them. I mean, I think they said there was like 60. Yeah, we're getting off topic, though. We don't want to talk about Deshaun Watson right now. We're giving him too much credit by talking about him on this show. We'll move on. But do you think, you think, how much do you think Lamar Jackson's going to get?
Around the same, if not more. So I'll say about 242.
Okay. Do you think everything's gonna be guaranteed?
About 80%, I'd say.
Okay. I wonder if he will. Okay, we'll see. But someone else did have a good deal, and that was Quenton Nelson of the Indianapolis Colts. That boy signed $80 million contract extension. So he's going to $80 million more dollars. I don't know how that stuff works. I don't know if he just gets that all right now or something like that because they have that cash over cap bullshit that we were talking about early on this in the off season, or if they just push that shit till later. Like, you know what? When that shit's due, we'll deal with it then. I don't know how they do that nowadays. I really don't. But obviously deserved. Dude's probably going to go to the Hall of Fame. Knock on wood, barring any injuries or anything of retirement of sorts and stuff like that. But thoughts on this, Danny?
What do I think about it? It's a lot of money, but it's well deserved. He's the best guard in the NFL, and he's been relatively healthy. And how bolster the Colts to the top 5 unit of offensive linemen. So yeah, it's well deserved. $80 million.
The Coasters.
Yeah, I don't know. They just popped out of my mouth.
Oh my god!
Too many of these White Claws. You know what I mean? I drink 1 or 2 of them. I'm all silly. I go from Colts to Coasters.
Yeah, Colts kind of made me angry, man. Like, I don't even know what to expect from the season. So I was like going into this game, watching it, and some of the answers or some sort of the questions that I had were kind of answered in this game. Like, I was like, who else do the Colts have to throw to besides Michael Pittman Jr.? And then the answer was just Nyheim Hines, and that was it. Because I think maybe Ashton Doon kind of stepped up. He got 3 catches, I think. He was targeted 6 times, though, so maybe that might be something of more to come for Ashton Doolin. Keep an eye on him. Put him on your watch list for fantasy football. Paris Campbell was non-existent. All that hype he was talking about at the beginning of the season, like, I'm a changed man. Not a changed man, but I'm still the same Paris Campbell. I got this, this injury stuff hasn't weighed me like it, I'm the same player. I got this, that's what he keeps saying. And we're going to see a different Paris Campbell, but I didn't see him at all out there. Actually, like I maybe saw him one time catch the ball, maybe. Who else was not? Strahan maybe caught 2 balls. Our tight ends barely caught any balls. We just signed this big, massive guy, or not signed him, drafted him, Jelani Woods or Jelani. I don't know how you say his name. Apologize if I get it wrong, but I didn't see him anywhere. The one thing that I did like about the Colts is their defense. We didn't have Shaquille Leonard, and we still did pretty good. We held them to, a certain amount of points. Our kicker kind of hindered that by giving them good field position, by getting 2 bad kickoffs. But we just signed Chase McLaughlin or Laughlin or something like that. And some other guy, I think they're going to battle it out this week. And then the Colts are probably going to elevate one of them from the practice squad to the active roster. It's probably, in my opinion, going to be Chase because we signed him before in the past. But, yeah, the defense was opportunistic. We just didn't get any turnovers, I don't think. So I just feel like we have progress. As long as I see progress throughout the season and we keep getting better and better, and by the time we get to the playoffs, there's some fucking goons, I'm all for it. What are your thoughts? Did you see any highlights for the Colts or anything like that?
A couple overtime games. The game's almost going into overtime. I saw that one, and particularly 20-20. I did see the missed field goals. I thought your kicker that you had before he got released was good. Did he have one good year and just fall off the face?
Who Chase or Rodrigo?
Yeah.
Well, in this past game with us, he had 2 kickoffs. Also some back history to this. Our punter is out for the season. He tore his ACL. That is on. His last name is Sanchez. I forgot. It starts with an R. I get him and Rodrigo mixed up. Rodrigo Blankenship just got cut from the team. I think it's Rodrigo Sanchez. I'm not quite 100% on that, but I know it's R. Sanchez. He tore his ACL. He was the one that normally did the kickoffs. So now it's been tasked for Blankenship to do the kickoffs. He did terrible. He did 2 kickoffs. They went out of bounds, so they start at the 40-yard line. It's never good when your opponent has a really short field position. And then he also missed a field goal kick. It was from within 40 or within 50 yards. I think it was like a 42-yarder. That one should be one he should make. And, yeah, he did.
You make the kick, you win the game.
Yeah, and he didn't do it, so they cut him. And I'm like, wow. Like, I was surprised. I was like, wow, I thought he was like a thing here. I thought maybe they might give him another chance. But nope, they cut him from the team, and they just signed those 2 kickers to the practice squad. Those would be – I'll show you right here. I think I have it on here. Right here. Lucas Havrisic. He used to play for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So he was okay for them and whatnot. I think we really didn't pay attention to him because they were kind of trash last year. But yeah, we shall see who wins this this battle here. My bets are on Chase because he's been with the team before.
Let's see what happens. I mean, hopefully you guys need a kicker.
We sure do, man. We sure do. I don't know if you saw this, but Le'Veon Bell KO'd Adrian Peterson. Like, literally knocked him out. Let me see if I have the video. I do. Okay.
I didn't see it.
I got you. Hold on. Damn. I'm going to have to do it this way.
Big gift for beating your child.
Oops, wrong button. All right, share, and there we go. Share screen. Windows. All right. Here we go. So, yeah, Adrian Peterson got knocked out, bro.
I mean, he's old.
So is Le'Veon Bell. How old is Adrian Peterson?
36.
No, he's 37. How old is Le'Veon Bell?
33.
He's 30. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Okay, he's got 7 years on him. You may have a point. Hey man, but he's. I like how these men are like out there still trying to like do something other than like do football. Like they get to that point in their age where they can't play the game anymore and they want to venture out and do something different. I'm glad that they're trying to do boxing. I've seen a couple other guys do it, like Frank Gore. So I like it. I like it.
I mean, they still can play, but not as a starter.
It's true. Did you see the Bengals and Steelers game?
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah, that one went to overtime.
Yeah, I saw that the Bengals offensive line didn't get any better.
Yeah, dude, I noticed that too. I was like, what in the fuck? I thought this is what they fixed in the offseason. It clearly didn't. And Joe Burrow is going to have to keep running for his life. I feel scared for that, man, because if you guys lose him, it's going to be another season where you guys are only winning 4 games again. And they literally just now in 2022, are getting a indoor practice facility built for them. Like, why was this not made for them a long time ago? I don't know. But, like, it just goes to show, like, they have to go to the Super Bowl in order for them to get some attention for their indoor practice facility. Like, they just been, oh, man, I just feel bad for them. But, hey, man, happy for them now that they get to do all this shit. Did you see the Bears beat the 49ers?
I did in that nasty weather game.
Yeah, were you surprised?
No, I didn't think so because George Kittle's out. Trey Lance is still young. Jury's still out on him if he can play quarterback or not, and the field conditions. And I don't think the Bears are as bad as people say they're going to be.
So you think they're going to be better than what there are now?
Yeah, I can see them honestly winning 9 or 10 games.
Interesting, because you were saying that earlier on in the season. Matter of fact, I don't know if I can pull out the receipts. I don't know if I got that right here.
You don't have to.
Yeah, hold on.
You know what? You really don't have to.
Oh. Okay, we got Cowboys. There we go. Bears. Well, I have my picks. I thought I had your picks too.
I guess Jury's out then. Boom. We're good. Fuck yeah.
I think we both agreed that they were going to be 7-10. So now you're giving them an extra 2 wins, huh?
Well, extra 2 to 3 wins.
Honestly, I was very surprised that the Bears beat the 49ers. I was. Oh, Yoshi or Matt said that he hasn't seen this show yet. That's pretty cool. I'm glad that you're getting to see this for the very first time. But yeah, the Bears beating the 49ers, like I was shocked. I thought the Bears were going to get smoked by the 49ers. I thought it was going to be a blowout. And then just the fact that you just got the epic pick of, Justin Fields at the end of the game, just out there in the muck, the mud, the rain, the epitome of what Chicago is, especially on that team. So like,
water.
I'm excited to see more of it. I'm just mad that he didn't throw to Komet. Komet needs to catch the ball. I can't have any more duds or goose eggs on my team. No zeros, man. I got everybody else balling out, getting over, double-digit points. He can at least give me a point. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me no points. Contribute.
5 points. Like, give me like 5 or 6 points. We're cool.
Give me something. Dude, that was pathetic. Honestly, I hate it when a player doesn't give me any points. Like, give me something. Let me know that I didn't start you for absolutely no reason.
And it sucks when you lose like by a point or 2, and then you're like, "Fuck!" If you just and they have a 0 spot, like, "Hey, you just could have got me 3 points." It's literally 20-yard reception.
Literally. And you know what also sucks, and I feel bad for a lot of people, is injuries. A lot of teams had injuries. People's fantasy teams had injuries. We'll try to go through all of them right now. But before the season started, I know that the Commanders' Chase ACL injury recovery is on track. I know a lot of people are saying, there's a lot of reports out there saying that he wasn't going to be on track to make it, and I'm just letting you know from the reports that I've read, he's going to be on track to make it. So look out for the Commanders to get a whole lot better on the defensive side of the football. Also, on the injury report, Ravens cornerback Kyle Fuller, former Bear, tore his ACL. Eagles defensive end Derek Barnett also tore his ACL. Dak Prescott also had surgery on his thumb, and he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. But there is a rumor, apparently. I don't know if Jerry Jones said this or if he came out. I forgot where I read this, but he could come back in 4 weeks, and they're not going to put him on IL or IR. Yeah, let's just rush him back, Jerry. And then there's Chris Godwin. He might not play for a few weeks due to his hamstring injury. He injured that in this game. It was good to see him out there since he tore his ACL last. Maybe this might help get his recovery up a little bit. What'd you say?
It was ACL and MCL.
ACL and MCL. Oof, nice. That's crazy. Keenan Allen says he should be good to go for Thursday Night Football, but that is apparently a stretch because his coach have already ruled him out for Thursday Night Football. So do not have Keenan Allen inside of your lineups for Thursday Night Football because he's not playing.
We have him, and I think I have him in 2 other leagues. I won't start him, though.
Yeah, we got other people to put in safe.
Yeah, we're good.
T. Higgins is in the concussion protocol, so monitor that situation very closely. If you got him usually in your lineups, you better make sure that he's playing. Mac Jones is also questionable. He's dealing with back spasms. Elijah Mitchell is going to miss a few weeks with a knee injury.
No, I'm sorry. Injuries are not funny, but like a couple people were asking me like about drafting 49ers running backs, and I told a couple people at work, don't draft 49er running backs. They always get injured.
They do.
And then,
it's a curse over there. I'm sorry. Najee Harris is dealing with a minor foot injury. That's something to monitor. They've already said that he was going to play. So still monitor that situation. Matt said, as a 49ers fan, I wasn't surprised we lost. Oh, wow. Damn, I'm surprised. As a 49ers fan, that's crazy. I didn't know.
Big time for.
I'd ask my buddy Garrett. He's a 49ers fan. I don't know what he thinks. He probably doesn't want to talk right now. Usually, I feel like 49ers fans just completely want to ignore you after a loss. Like, you know what? Shut the world off.
I mean, they got a caliber roster. They just need a quarterback.
They got one. He's just back up right now. He's just waiting for Trey Lance to fucking fail, and he's going to come in, and he's going to bring them glory, and he's going to take them to the promised land again. And everyone's going to fucking forget about Trey Lance, why we even did this experiment. I'm telling you right now, that's exactly the reason why he signed that man for another year. He's not fucking trading them anywhere. No. He has him as an insurance policy solely and only. Once Trey Lance, because I'm telling you, he didn't want to draft Trey Lance. He wanted to draft Mac Jones. He also wanted to have Tom Brady on his team. He couldn't get either of these fuckers, so he settled for Trey Lance. If Trey Lance doesn't pan out, he's going back to Jimmy G. It's plain and simple. And like I said, they're literally going to forget about Trey Lance and act like it never happened. Either that or they're going to build this man's stock up, even if they know that he's shit, and try to trade him somewhere. But I doubt it. I feel like he'll fail. If he doesn't fail and he's good, by all means, that's great.
Or Tom Brady free agent after this year. He goes to the 49ers after this year.
Tom is retiring. He's been saying that he's going to play until he's 45 years old, and then he's fucking done. And guess how old he is this year? 40-5. It's old as fun. Aaron Rodgers will probably still play.
Don't say mean things like that. That's cruel.
What are you going to cry?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. So any anything to add on to that, Danny, about the injuries with
type players, a lot of former star players and players that can put franchise players that are injured right now. I mean, that's a big kind of thing. It makes you wonder, like, did these preseason games have like a toll on their bodies, or not, or just practicing too much? Makes me wonder.
I mean, I don't know. They only had 3 preseason games this year. A lot of starters sat out. Honestly, I just think them being sat out, them not being ready, because I feel like the very beginning of the season, you're kicking it into full gear 100%. And before that, you weren't doing that. So I feel like once you start doing it at the very beginning of the season, some people can do it and some people can't. And sometimes their bodies just start to break down and they got to build themselves back up and get to that level again.
Yeah. Makes sense with all the injuries.
Yeah. The New York Giants beat the Tennessee Titans.
I watched that game. Saquon Barkley had a fucking phenomenal game.
Yeah, I have him in one of my leagues. He balled out, man. Thank you, Barks. Yeah, I was surprised that the Giants even beat the Titans, and I'm also laughing that the Titans missed a field goal and they could have won, I believe. So that makes it even funnier. And it's crazy because now the Colts and the Texans are both tied in the division for the lead. Because the Jaguars lost and the Titans lost. We should have fucking won that game, man. I'm so mad about it. But yeah, I just wanted to bring up that the Giants actually beat the Tennessee Titans. I feel like this might shift the Giants' whole organization in a way. And not dramatically to where like, oh my God, these guys are going to the Super Bowl, they're going to the playoffs. No. What I mean is they're used to mediocrity, they're used to being terrible. Especially at the start of the season, and then they just go downhill. They barely get wins in the beginning of the season, and I feel like once that happens, they start to get negative and things go downhill. I feel like them winning in the very beginning of the season kind of gives them some optimism, so that way they can just take that and take it with them for the next few games, and hopefully win those games, and then keep it going from there. Because once you lose in the very beginning of the season, it's just like hard to get out of that rut. You're like, man, we're always losing. We're always terrible. We only win this many games every year. Like, it sucks. It sucks. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on the Giants beating the Titans?
I'm not surprised Giants get unlucky. They always get lucky. Even in the big games, they get lucky.
You think they got lucky?
What do you mean lucky?
You think they got lucky, the Giants?
In the game, or are you talking about the Super Bowl wins?
Just the Titans.
Oh, I mean, I just don't like the Giants. They're a curse to the NFL. They're worried of a team. Their whole fan base sucks. Nation sucks. I'm so distraught about those 2 Super Bowl losses still. That's coming. But I'm a Patriots fan, so I can say that. No, but on honesty, that was probably good momentum for them to start the season. Even though I hate their team. That's probably good for them and the organization and the build team viewership and all that good shit. And who knows, they might make the playoffs and knock Brady out. But they always do. I'm not salty or
I
anything.
shouldn't have asked you this, your biased opinion.
I don't really have an opinion on them. I just don't like the Giants. I have bad memories with the Giants. I just don't have much to say about it.
Feel you on that, bro. What about Julio Jones? Is he all the way back?
He is. He looked phenomenal. He looked healthy. He made catches that not many receivers can make.
He was fast, like fast. I'll show you how fast. Hold on. If you go to Ian Rappaport at Rap Sheet, he said an update from NFL research. Julio Jones was fast. 2 of Julio Jones' top 3 fastest speeds of a ball carrier since 2020 were recorded in last night's game. He reached a top speed of 20.62 miles per hour on his 48-yard reception in the second quarter and reached a top speed of 19.98 miles per hour on his 12-yard rush in the second quarter. Motherfucking, he's the 7th fastest speed by a ball carrier in week 1 through Sunday night football. And that's with all other NFL players, which is bonkers, crazy to think about. Everyone writes this man off, said he was old. I was just talking this with my buddy Nick, because obviously we're Colts fans. We got Matt Ryan on our team. We've been talking about having Julio Jones on our team. We would welcome him. He's a good veteran, and he has that rapport with Matt Ryan already. And I thought, hey, healthy Julio Jones, we haven't seen one of those in years. Why not have him on our team? But no, Chris Ballard didn't want to sign him, and he was cheap. He just believed in our guys too much. Sucked.
Go into one of my fantasy squads.
You have him?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
I don't have him on my squad, but that's a smart thing. Some people, like in some leagues, he wasn't even being drafted, which is bonkers. Now people are trying to pick him up off the waiver wire.
Good luck with that.
Michael Thomas is also all the way back. That dude balled out too.
The Slant King is back.
He is. It's good to see him out there. We've missed him for the last 2 years. It's good to see you out there, Michael Thomas. We have him in one of our leagues. I think we started him this week, or did we start him this week?
No, I think we started him in one league. I think only fans. Then I think we kept him on the bench in the other, but that team's loaded.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. Very true.
So if we lose 20 points off one player, doesn't matter. We're still gonna win.
And if you guys want here, I might reveal some people you guys can pick up or who are at. So I'll talk to you guys about some players that you should pick. Honestly, I could think of a few players right now. Matt Ryan. If you guys need a quarterback, your quarterback was shit last week. Not an elite quarterback. Don't drop any elite ones. Don't drop any like solid productive ones. If he usually does pretty good, could have been just a shit week one. But if you actually were streaming quarterbacks and you just have to pick a shit one, or you actually need a new streamer, Matt Ryan, try him out. He seems to be productive. And Trevor Lawrence, you can try him out too. Jameis Winston, try out those 3 guys. But anyways, Bucker also got injured. Okay, and the weird thing is, I was against Bucker this week. Harrison Bucker, when he got injured, I believe the safety Justin Reed came in and started kicking. I think he actually made a field goal, if I remember correctly. I think he kicked like the kickoffs, the shit that Rodrigo Blankenship was failing to do. This guy was doing, and he did it well. And then Bucker came back in and he started kicking field goals and got a shit ton of points. And I was like, you fucking asshole! Like you could have just stayed out and shit. But yeah.
Did you lose because of that?
No, I didn't lose in that league. I won in that league, but still, I don't want anyone to score any points against me. I'm biased like that. Gotta be, Any thoughts on that, bro?
You know what? It's weird when the kicker gets injured. I mean, they really shouldn't be getting hit. I know a couple instances, like a couple years ago, I think it was Boswell from the Steelers, got his jaw broken and that whatnot. I mean, when you see a kicker go down, I feel like the injuries are pretty serious. But I don't know. It's just we had Falk last year from the Patriots. He got injured and hit the whole season. Every time he's on the injury report, he scored a shit ton of points. That's just how these kickers go. They're on the injury report. That's a good thing. And they score a lot of points. I think it's like superstition on mine.
Like a magic thing for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick Folk really he did that all season for us. Mike McCarthy said that the Cowboys anticipate making quarterback roster moves. If you could pick a quarterback that is out there that is available, who do you think would do good in Mike McCarthy's system over there for the Dallas Cowboys?
Me.
You think you'd go in there and you'd be productive?
Fuck yeah, give me a Nerf football. I'll fucking sling that bitch around.
I think they'd sling you around, bro.
Who's available right now, quarterback-wise?
Gotcha.
And the free agent like it.
Quarterback free agency, NFL, 2022. It's not really a good list, but let's do the one from 3 days ago. Cam Newton, Mike Glennon, Garrett Gilbert, Carson Strong, Ben DiNucci, AJ McCarron. Hold on. Let's just. Here we go. Hold on. Chase Daniel, Cam Newton, Brian Hoyer. None of these guys look good or sound good at all, honestly.
How about Cam Newton?
Maybe. He didn't look good the last time that he played.
No. but it's Cam Newton.
True.
It's tough. I don't know.
Yeah, I just thought they were all very bad choices. Even Brian Hoyer, like none of those guys you want on your team, and you're not going to have any promise. You might as well just wait till Dak comes back. You just better to hope he rushes him back. But honestly, I think they just should stick with Cooper Kush or
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush, Cooper Kush, Cooper Kush. Hey, that's some weed right there. Get some Cooper Kush. But yeah, stick with Cooper Cooper Rush, man. I feel like he's going to be pretty good and he'll be pretty solid for you guys. Oh yeah, Colin Kaepernick would be one. If they actually do that, I doubt that they do. No one ever wants that attention. Everyone's like, Colin Kaepernick, what? No. So it's like that one meme where like the Simpsons or like they have the bush. He just goes in the bushes and just disappears. That's the NFL.
That's it.
Emmanuel Sanders announced his retirement, and I got that shared right here. He said, I gave it my all, every single rep, every single play. I tried to go 100% as hard as I can. That's why I can hang my hat and say, hey, I gave the game everything I had, and the game gave it back to me. As he announced his retirement from the Broncos. Broncos posted that on their Twitter page at Broncos. What are your thoughts on that, bro? Or what are your thoughts on the illustrious career that this man has had?
I remember with him and Antonio Brown with the Steelers when he was starting off.
Yep.
I have a lot of love for Steel Nation, but he's mainly known for the Broncos anyways. Good career, Super Bowl win. Good with the Bills. He took another pit stop somewhere, didn't he? I can't remember. After the Broncos. 49ers as well.
I think he was on the Bills. The 49ers, yeah.
He bounced around a little bit, but even at his age when he was bouncing around, he was still fast as shit.
And productive.
Yeah, I mean, had last couple years, I would always try to draft him just for a good flex option because I know, like, he'd pop off for one game, give me like 20, 25 points.
I feel like I gotta sneeze. Hold on.
Bless you, sir. It's okay, I'm here.
The Steelers are very good at drafting wide receivers, man.
Yes, they are.
And finding wide receiver talent in general. So we kind of probably knew that he was going to be a baller once we seen that shit. We're like, oh, he's coming from Mike Tomlin's squad. Baller.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He was very underrated.
He was. I mean, Peyton Manning loved him. They had a good career. I feel like he's played for so many quarterbacks, dude. Like, I feel like he's probably got a lot of stories to talk about, man. If he ever does a podcast, I'd definitely listen to his stories. There's some players out there that are starting to do that now, and I try to chime in and listen to some of theirs, man. Like, they be having some crazy stories and shit, dude. And I want to listen to them now because this is when I was like a kid growing up hearing some of these guys, you know.
It's got to be some juicy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yesterday, the Seahawks and the Denver Broncos went at it. Russell Wilson was back home. It was very loud. The 12th man was very crazy. And Russell Wilson looked emotional. Geno Smith is a dog. That dude was killing it, slinging it. I was just like, dude, there's no way this man's going to keep slinging the pill and coming out there and doing his thing. And that's what he did. He came out there and he kept doing his thing. He said some shit after the fucking, like the broadcast. He said something about like they had, here, you know, I got it on here, honestly. I'll tell you exactly what he said. Boom, boom.
They wrote me off, but I didn't write back.
Yeah, they wrote me off, but I didn't write back. That's the how you just memorized that?
Yeah, I was trying to remember. It took me a second, and I remembered it.
Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, they wrote me off, but I didn't write back. Like that's like some Drake headline you usually see like on like some song or something like that, bro. Like just mic drop moment. This dude's living it up, man, especially on national TV in front of a huge audience on Monday Night Football. I think 25.1 million people saw it. Apparently, don't know where they get these numbers. But, like, that's good. And everyone literally has written off Geno Smith. We haven't heard of him in a minute. He's been bouncing around to a few teams. Pete Carroll seems to have found something. And Geno Smith is letting him flourish over there. Also, Russell Wilson did not look good. He did not. He did not look good at all. Like I said, he looked emotional. They looked ruffled. It was like, what are your thoughts? Did you watch the Monday Night Football game?
Watch it at all, but I figured it'd be that kind of game going in. I know the score is 17-16. I know it was bad clock management by the Broncos. I was following the highlights and everything. I mean, reading everything, of course. But I know a lot of bad play management and such like that. The Seahawks weren't the better team, but they managed the game to their strengths to keep Denver off the field. And the fumble, 2 goal line stops. I know about that too.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if they had just, didn't do that, just kicked a field goal, I mean, they'd be up, 6 more points?
Mm-hmm.
They'd be 22-17.
Right.
Also, that head coach also came out and said the 64-yard field goal that he did last night, he told reporters looking back at it, he said he thinks they should have gone for it. I'm like, yeah, you think? You had, 2 timeouts, I think? Maybe 3, but I'm pretty sure you had 2 timeouts, and you're kicking a 64-yard field goal. Wasn't the record for like the longest field goal 63 yards by Matt Prater for I think it was Matt Prater for fucking 15 years or some shit. Like, it was for a long time. And
I think Tucker just beat it last year with a 63-yarder or tied it.
Like 64. I mean, I know that McManus can make a 64-yarder, but the chances of you making that 64-yarder, I think it's one of those things, if you make it, you look like a genius. If you don't make it, obviously, we're over here chirping in your ear.
Yeah, I mean, it's a double-edged. It sucks.
I still would have gone for it. You have arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks to play the game at your disposal. All you got to do is get a first down. You get a first down, call timeout. Maybe you get some better room, now that you have a first down, you have another timeout that you can call. Maybe throw across in the middle of the field. Maybe you get some extra yards so you can shorten it and not have to kick a 64-yard field goal. What if you ran and got 10 yards on that next play, called timeout? Now, instead of it being a 64-yard field goal, it's a 54-yard field goal. And then you throw a 20-yard pass. Oh, boom, now look at it. It's a 34-yard field goal. Boom, game winner. Now the game's done and over with. You win. I don't know if the head coach needs to, learn from this shit and not do this shit again. I know that this is really going to burn in the back of the minds of all the Denver Broncos fans, because this is going to be a tough AFC this year. And I'm letting you know it's going to come down to probably about 1 win. What if Russell Wilson has a chance to take home field advantage, but he can't now because he doesn't win. But if he had that win, he would have had a home field advantage. It's a huge difference, man. It's crazy. I'm sorry. Earlier, I sent you some stats. Apparently, the viewership in college football has increased this past week, and rightfully so. We had a lot of crazy things going on, man. But this is what at MULVIHILL79, Michael Muvihill. Total college football viewing across national networks is up 8% through week 2. And has reached at least a 6-year high, probably even longer. But we've only looked at seasons back to 2016. So that's all we can keep record of. But just to let you guys know, it's kind of looking pretty good for college football right now. What's your thoughts on that, Danny? Did you watch any college football?
I tried to. I never really got into it. With the limited competition, when you have that during the playoff times, these small teams go against big teams, or all about rankings. And it was hard for me to get used to. But now that everything's kind of getting expanded a little bit, it would make it more interesting.
So you're saying you don't have a team right now?
Are you asking me to be an Ohio State fan?
Ooh, are you gonna root for OSU? Am I gonna create an OSU gem right here? I mean, you gotta think about this. Rooting for OSU together here on the show. Oh man. It's epic. Because you know what? Some crazy shit just happened. I talked about it on my last show. I don't think that not the last one, but the one before. They're going to – no, actually, we might have talked about it. We're going to a 12-team playoff now. And usually it's only 4 teams. So it's going to be a lot more competitive now. But OSU is a fucking dog. There's some beasts. There's some goddamn goons on their team. And, bro, we're 2-0 right now, bro. Come on, run it.
Shit.
We're going to the chip. What?
Count me in, OSU.
OSU?
OSU, baby. OSU.
Run it, baby. All right. When I say OH, you say IO, all right? OH?
I-O.
OH?
I-O.
I can't hear you. OH?
I-O.
All right.
Right, that just pumps me up a little bit. I like that.
OH. So I'm saying, bro, I'm going to take you to a game. You got to go to an Ohio State Buckeyes game, bro, because
Never been to one.
it's different rooting for a team when you're at home or with your friends and shit. But when you go to an actual Buckeyes game, bro, whole different ball game, bro. Like, it's electrifying. I'm telling you, imagine going to the Seahawks Stadium. You know how loud it is?
The 12th man.
It's kind of like that, man. Like, it's just, you feel that 12th man, bro. It's crazy. Last thing is breaking news. Brett Favre welfare scandal. What? What are you talking about? Well, I'll share with you.
Prison time, maybe? Yikes.
I just found this out myself. But Brett Favre, according to Bleacher Report, his text revealed former Governor Phil Bryant helped ex-NFL quarterback in a welfare scandal. More information came to light regarding Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre's alleged attempts to funnel at least $5 million of Mississippi State welfare funds toward a new volleyball venue for the University of Southern Mississippi. Anna Wolf of Mississippi Today shared text messages that were released by an attorney for Nancy New, who led a non-for-profit and has pleaded guilty to federal wire fraud in connection to the wire scandal. In one text exchange, former Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant asked New in July 2019 for help on Favre's project. Favre had met with new state welfare agency director John Davis and representatives from Southern Miss in July 2017 regarding a new volleyball center for the school. His daughter, Brile, was a member of the volleyball team in 2017 and 2018. What is nobody cares about that? Let me see how far back this goes. Okay, right there. Okay. I was like, geez. Wolf reported these involved found a way to skirt regulations on the usage of temporary assistance for needy family funds and the Mississippi Department of Human Services, MDHS. Why are they such long-ass fucking names? Pledged $4 million toward the effort. Favre also received $1.1 million in a contract to help promote the project. Per Wolf, he texted New that he could record a few radio spots and that whatever compensation could go to USM. New also shared a text from Favre in August of 2017 in which he asked, if you were to pay me, is there any way the media can find out where it came from and how much? She responded her non-for-profit never publicized that kind of information. And an audit from MDHS in May of 2020 first unearthed the state's deal with Favre and outlined that he was paid for public appearances he didn't make. He quickly addressed the story on social media. My agent is approached by different products and blah 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 blah. That's a lot of stuff. Wolf's report lays out how Favre allegedly worked closely with Bryant throughout the process. At one point, New and Favre had one plan that would have put Bryant's name on the volleyball building. She also noted that the 11-time Pro Bowler received the most of the credit for raising funds to construct the facility. Wolf previously reported in April on Favre's attempts to get the new volleyball venue off the ground. He also allegedly worked on behalf of Privakis, a pharmaceutical startup that received $2.15 million in state welfare money. Jesus Christ. That was a mouthful. So apparently Brett Favre's in a scandal where he's just been embezzling money, I guess, and just taking it all for himself, essentially.
That's fucked up.
I know, he's at a football now. Now he's like, how can I make more money? I know, I can steal from people. That'll be great.
That's prison time right there, my friend.
Could be. I'm sure he's got some good lawyers. Won't get caught. It'll just get swept to the rug. We won't talk about this anymore. I mean, that's very alarming, though. Why are you texting this chick right here? Like, yo, so can the media find out if you paid me? Or do I got to do this through Bitcoin? Or do I got to do, like, come on, bro.
I mean, he doesn't need all. He's already rich.
It just sounds so skeptical, too. Like, if you got that text, like, I wouldn't have even responded to that. I just wouldn't have said a word. I'm like, she's a baller for like sometimes these people in those types of positions have like the perfect response to say back to someone without incriminating themselves. It's just like I applaud them for that. Like,
know what I'm saying, how to say it.
You got anything you want to add to the show today, Danny?
No, sir.
All right, well, guys, that's going to end the show for today. I'm sure there's going to be another loaded weekend. We're going to have new storylines. There was a lot of overreactions today, obviously. Or not today, but this week. It's week one. Literally, it's week one. I'm sure there's people that are like, oh, fuck my goddamn team. We're not going nowhere. And there's other people like the Giants, like, we're going to the fucking Super Bowl. No, you're not.
Believe that all. They're like the Cowboy fans. This is our year. And then our quarterback gets injured.
Yeah, I feel bad for them, honestly, man. I just feel real bad because now when I text Cowboys fans, I'm just like, I go to talk shit. Like, they just accept my shit talking now. It's not even fun anymore. I'm like, hey, man, you guys lost your quarterback for 6 to 8 weeks. I thought you guys were so good. They're like, yeah.
That's I said the same thing to Josh. I'm like, Josh is like, you lost your quarterback. That sucks. Like, it's all good. I expect this year in and year out now.
Yeah, he literally said, it's like, why did I even talk shit to you, bro? You're like, you don't even give a fuck, bro. Like, you just watch the games and see if they're entertaining.
Doesn't get mad anymore. I'm like, oh, right. That sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. But we're gonna see which teams start to like extend themselves and start growing a streak and see which teams are undefeated and things like that. Like, I'm just like, I feel like the week one was a very entertaining and good week. You saw a lot of surprises. I feel like there's more good football in store next week. Well, also, one thing I wanted to add for the Colts, they were very healthy coming out of that game. I don't think we had very many injuries at all coming out of that game, and it always is pretty good. So hopefully it continues. But other than that, guys, we're going to end the show. I appreciate you guys listening. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We only need 94 more subscribers to hit 200, so help the brothers out. Help some brothers out. Also, like that button down there. Yeah, be trigger happy. Like it.
Love it.
Deuces, guys. Deuces.